You were born the same week my divorce was finalized.
You guys will never believe it. Liz actually broke up with Big Ed and now she wants your wet sock. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Whether it's Amira, whether it's Liz, whether it's anybody on the show 90 Day Fiance, they all want your wet sock. Oh man, it sucks to be winning at life. So dudes, welcome back to the #1 YouTube channel in the entire world. Today we are talking about Big Ed and Liz because we have breaking news. They broke up. It's very messy. Liz is actually going off about Ed on Instagram. It's been wildly entertaining for everybody. Nick went to Cabo. He's back in Hawaii now. And honestly, I had the best time. My cousin's bachelor party was recently. We had a great time. But more importantly than that, we need to talk about this drama and spill some tea. And by the way, I'm actually drinking tea at the moment. So why is my camera doing that? Everyone knows that I made a couple of videos on Rose and Ed already, so if you haven't watched those previous videos, definitely go watch them after this video because they all schlap. And the reason why I'm doing that is because they're currently pulling views. Big Ed is a big time subject and I have to pay rent. I'm just a scumbag like the rest of you trying to pay rent, scrape by. Come on, give me a break.
Let me borrow $20 to the mall.
Speaking of which, if you want to throw me a bone, order a Cameo for me because I'm actually the #1 Cameo creator in the entire world. It's not even close. Recently, our girl Liz spilled the tea on what it's like dating Big Ed on Instagram, and it's big sad and he's big mad that she spilled the tea about it. Let's check out what she said. I left Ed's in Vegas because Tiffany's friend was so rude, making comments, and Tiffany pried it into it. I didn't want it to affect Ed's night because he was oblivious to it and I kept quiet for him. I try to be the bigger person. Ed tried to pick a fight in Old Town Las Vegas in front of a crowd, asking me what was wrong. I didn't want people recording us. I kept my mouth shut, begging him to talk about it in private. He kept pushing for it. We got back to our hotel and Ed was so upset I didn't want to discuss something so personal in public. He called the airline in front of my face at 3 a.m. to book a ticket home, trying to get me to leave Vegas. He left the room to finish the call. I didn't know he didn't go through with it. Me thinking he went through with it, went online and booked a ticket myself. $400 later and me being a mom on a budget, I left. I am not sorry for it. Is it getting hot in here or did she just spill some serious tea, dude? Well, it's safe to say things didn't work out with Liz. Better look next time, Ed. Get it? Next time. I'm so funny. Tell you so. I'll be honest, the other day I had a fire date with the girl I like. We had a heart-to-heart, so we were doing the same kind of thing that Ed was doing with Liz.
I never had anyone take over and make love to me in my life. It will go down in Big Ed history as the event.
Sugar gay?
Except for I revealed things about my past, she revealed things about her past, and we both communicated things about each other, so there's no power imbalance. Like, it can't be one-sided because then that creates a power imbalance. Another thing that Ed does that's very off-putting, and I don't respect guys that do this, is he waits in the friend zone until the moment is right or the girl, maybe it suffered a breakup from her toxic ex, whatever, and she's emotionally crippled and she's vulnerable, and then he pounces.
But every year there's always one cocky opportunist.
I hate guys that do that because if the girl doesn't want to bang your brains out when she's at her strongest, why are you creepily waiting until she's at her worst to pounce? It's very manipulative and creepy and weird. So dudes, before we continue roasting the cast of this show, I'd like to tell you about today's sponsor, Surfshark. Surfshark is fast and easy to use, jam-packed with a lot of unique features, and easy to install and use on multiple devices with one subscription. I'll be honest, if you don't use a VPN in this day and age, I will judge you. I mainly use Surfshark to connect to different countries and watch all the anime that those countries have on Netflix, and that is what I use it for because I'm a huge weeb, and if you don't like that I'm a weeb, you can unsubscribe because I'm never gonna change that. Another fun thing I do is I use Surfshark to help me save money when traveling. I'll explain how I do this, but basically I connect myself to another country. Usually I'll pick a third world country somewhere in Eastern Europe, and then what I do is book an entire vacation from that country so the dollar is way stronger than their local currency, so I end up saving at least half of the money I would normally spend on this vacation. Anyone else go insane this past year? No, but seriously, I'm trying to save as much money as I can so I can spend it on food and travel, and Surfshark is definitely helping in that department. Guys, click the link in the bio of this video and use my code Yourwetsock for 83% off and 3 months absolutely free using Surfshark. That is a great deal, honestly. What a generous company, and they remind me of me because I'm very generous. Everyone always tells me that. I'm also very humble. Biggest arms in Honolulu. Okay, well that's enough trolling. Let's go back to roasting. Whoops, I mean reviewing the people on the show. Honestly, this new setup is kind of fire. I might just sit on the floor and rip videos here. I feel like this is a better setting. I feel like more homey. I can rip yoga and like do this here. Wait, this actually makes sense. I can stretch and talk to you guys at the same time. We love multitasking.
I have a boyfriend.
Your hair looks nice.
And it's like, dude, move on. Like, if a girl doesn't like me, I move on to the next girl. It's not that hard. Another thing that Big Ed did that I found so shady is he actually wished Rosemary Vega, his former ex that he was on the show 90 Day Fiancé with, and he treated her terribly. He wished her and her mother a happy Mother's Day on Instagram, and I found this very strange, the timing of it, because you just got called out by Liz. So did you do this in order to hurt Liz more, Ed? I have a lot of questions about this because the timing...
That's suspicious.
That's what it seems like. And if you're really doing that, like if you really cared about Rose and her mother and even her child, which you obviously didn't because you actually isolated the mother and left the kid at home so that you could sleep with the mother because you were being a cringe little sex tourist at the time.
Please change your behavior because you another see another girl and I think you give her again what you hurt me.
So you think I'm bad? I'm a bad person, okay.
Yeah.
Why are you all of a sudden messaging her and leaving comments publicly to be like, see, I'm a good person. I left her a message for Mother's Day.
My motives are completely selfish.
Dude, we all know you don't mean it. You know, if you really cared about her, you would probably send her some messages in the private DMs. You only do things when it's in the public eye to help your image. And like, that's such a beta move. Sorry, boy! Which honestly, if you only do things in order to improve your public image, that just means that you're wildly insecure if you care that much about your public image. Like, it's so much cooler when you don't care about that stuff and then people like you because you're a genuine person. Rosemary Vega posted a picture of her and her mom, and then this is what Ed had to say about the picture. Rose, happy Mother's Day to a wonderful mother, heart, heart, heart. I admire you as a mother. I would watch you bathed Prince every day. You would make him breakfast every day. You would walk him to school, even in the rain. He would wait for him. Then you would walk him home in the rain. You are an example of a wonderful mother and a wonderful, beautiful woman. God bless you. I know your mom is shining down on you on this wonderful day. Take care. Why? Like, okay, guys, help me out with this. So it didn't work out with you and Rose. How hard is it to move on? Like, why are you creepily trying to like slide back in? You were toxic, you were a jerk. Let it go and never talk to her again because her life is actually better without you. She's killing it on YouTube. She has over 700,000 subscribers. If you haven't checked out her channel yet, definitely go subscribe to her YouTube channel because she makes really good videos. All right, that's enough chatter. I went on a bit of a rant there. Let's watch Ed and Liz on the most recent episode of The Single Life because even though we know that they split up, we still have to assess the situation and see what the hiccups were along the way, along the path to glory. Let's look at it. And by the way, you guys look beautiful today. Don't ever forget it. Self-love is important.
Liz and I have been together for about 2 months, and at this point in my life, I have never loved anyone the way I love Liz.
You know, that's weird. Did we hear that right, ladies and gentlemen? He's never loved anyone the way he loves Liz. What about your pregnant wife like 30 years ago that you cheated on, Ed?
He's got a point.
But recently, I feel like Liz is starting to pull back, and I don't know why.
Gee, I don't know why she's pulling back. Do you think it has something to do with the traumatic experience she experienced from your daughter and her friend when they were berating her about dating you in the club and you did nothing about it? You didn't stand up for her. Not to mention when your daughter Tiffany was out of line and being very rude to Liz off rip when first getting to know her, you did nothing or said nothing. You didn't defend your woman that you supposedly love. So if this was me, I would definitely pull back too. I would actually break up with you off rip if that happened to me, but Liz is being very mature about the situation, in my opinion. Ed goes on to say that because Liz is pulling back, he once again feels like he's not a priority for Liz, and it honestly hurts. And he always does this thing where he gets his pouty face and he's like,
it hurts my feelings.
How was your day?
My day was good. I spoke to Mom, hung out with Teddy.
You spoke to Mom and hung out with Teddy.
yo dude, that's super tight. Hanging out with Mom is definitely tight.
You know what? I will have some meatloaf. Let's have some meatloaf. You want some? Yes. I need. Hey, Mom! The meatloaf! We want it now!
How was talk with Mom? What'd you talk about?
Well, we talked about you, like, because I wanted to work, and,
Honestly, what's up with the beta simps on the show always involving their moms and their relationship? Your mom already has a biased opinion of her baby boy, so it's unfair to seek their counsel, especially if you are sharing just your side of the story and not Liz's. This relationship is between you and Liz, has nothing to do with your mom, Ed, so get off the titty. You are like 100 years old already. Grow up. I'm really close with my mom. Here's a picture of when I looked like the sweet life of Zach and Cody. We were actually visiting our extended family in Italy at this time. If I was fighting with my girlfriend or my significant other, I would never talk to my mom about it because that's not fair to my significant other. And if it's somebody I'm planning on spending the rest of my life with, I want her and my mom to get along naturally. So why would I just share my side of the fight or my side of the story? Both people should share their sides of the story, if anything. And I feel like that's unfair for Ed to just share his side of the story. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below.
When we're together, it's awesome. It's pretty awesome, right?
It's awesome, right? Love that follow-up question. You already said that it's awesome hanging out, but now you want reassurance that she thinks it's awesome. When instead you should have just asked, hey, like, do you like spending time with me? But at the same time, that also sounds cringe because you're on a date right now, so you should be talking about fun stuff. Like, did you watch any cool TikToks yesterday, Liz? I know you're like 28 or whatever, so did you see any fire IG posts today? What'd you post? Oh, your story about that bomb food you ate? Wow, where was that? Because we should eat there sometime. These are normal conversation topics with girls around that age, Ed, and you should learn that when you're dating girls like this, and it's just weird that you haven't and you're cringe.
You're so quiet. Are we gonna have a fight?
No.
Okay. I hope not.
Are we gonna have a fight? I hope not.
He has big time Mickey Mouse passive aggressive energy in South Park. Remember when he like beats up the Jonas Brothers?
You don't talk to me like that!
That's what I thought about. And then when Ed's like looking, but he has to turn his whole body, that actually seems really annoying. Like, that would actually really annoy me to like constantly have to like. Next thing you know, the lovely couple arrives at the restaurant and the food actually looks really good. No lie. I would eat at this place wherever they are. And when I get to San Diego, because my cousin actually moved to San Diego and I'm excited to visit him, he also got a cute poodle. So I'm gonna go steal his dog. They arrive at the restaurant and Ed says to the camera that he wants Liz to make him feel like he's her priority. And right now the energy is very awkward, so he thinks a way to make it not awkward is to tell her how he's feeling. And I just feel like that's a way to make it more awkward. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a toxic guy that smokes too much weed.
Okay, this is cool.
This is really cute.
Here's to you, looking at me, looking at you.
What? What a cheers, Big Ed. Wait a second. Let me do one. Let me do a cheers, guys. I'm gonna do a cheers like Big Ed does. They call me the Magic Man, because now you see me, now you don't. You kidding me? The panties aren't wet. You comment below and let me know. Would you be wet if I said that to you? Yes or no? Don't answer that, actually. If Big Ed said that to you, would you be wet? The answer is yes. If you said no, you're a liar and I don't believe you. Yo, Liz, here's to me looking at you, looking at me, looking at you. What's up? We or not? Not gonna lie, from the way the food is presented, this looks like a very upscale joint. I'm assuming because the Pharaoh I see on the plate that Liz got the salmon and I think Ed got the steak. And you know what? I could be wrong about that. My eyes, I don't have my contacts in right now, but that's what I think is happening. Actually, I take that back. I noticed some truffles on her plate. I'm thinking she got a risotto instead.
I've had kind of an epiphany. You were born the same week my divorce was finalized. So for me, I'm like, you're here for a reason.
First of all, divorce being finalized, that is not romantic at all. That is actually very off-putting that you said that to Liz.
Why would he say that?
If you said that to me, I probably would have walked out. Because right away, I'm not your rebound, bitch. First of all, Zorro snap, right in your face. I would have probably dunked the wine on his head and been out. But you know what? Liz does not respect herself, and I get it, Liz, but you keep chasing toxic jerks. You're still chasing a toxic jerk. You just did it in the form of a pretend nice guy. He's still a toxic jerk. Like I said earlier, you need a guy that's kind of a dick, but like to everybody else and not to you. That's what you're looking for. You need a gamer, dude. You need to get on the game. I have a lot of friends that game. Let me know, okay? I'll pimp all my friends, and my friends are solid.
I have feelings for you, like, and they're very strong, but I have what I call separation anxiety. And so when I'm not around you, I
Freak out?
I freak out.
Here we go. The self-diagnosis is back. I have separation anxiety. I get panic attacks. What else do you get, Ed? Okay, you've self-diagnosed this entire time. You're a liar. You're a compulsive liar. Honestly, that's what you can self-diagnose with. You're a compulsive liar. The codependency is strong with Big Ed, and this is a very unattractive quality in people. I think because in a healthy relationship, you shouldn't feel like you have to step on eggshells or constantly be someone's therapist. It's incredibly draining when you're in that situation. You feel like you made someone else better and make yourself worse. Then once you end things with someone like that, you reinvest all that time and energy into yourself, and great things happen in your life. I'm sure Liz will experience experience the same thing now that she's ended things with Big Ed in present day?
And I've told you this before. I've always felt that when it comes to Riley, you're priority 1, work, priority 2, priority 3, it's your friends, and then it's me.
Blah, blah, blah. Big Ed goes on to say that he wants to feel secure in their relationship. You've only been together for a month. It's very normal for her to prioritize her friends, family, and career path over you. I also find it incredibly cringe that after such a short amount of time, you're really trying to move up on the leaderboard. It's like you want this girl's entire world to be centered around you. You actually haven't proved that you're worth it. Money does not equal proving that you're worth it. Hey Ed, why don't you stop trying to financially dominate Liz? By the way, where's Harris?
I'm sorry I made you feel that way. Because I do miss you. We need to find a way to fix it, to get back onto that page. I miss telling you about my days. I feel lost when I don't speak to you.
I'm here without Harambe, but he's still with me in my dreams. No, but seriously, Liz, how much are they paying you? Let's see the Cash App transaction history, because I don't believe this. Guys, you'll never believe it. Liz goes on to say that she loves Big Ed, and I just feel like I get this mental image of TLC being there with the double-barrel shotgun being like, you better tell him you love him. Because honestly, from the way he looks and acts, I find it hard to believe that this girl actually genuinely loves Big Ed. She's either lying, trolling, being paid, or all of the above. Next thing you know, the lovely couple with smoking bods end up hitting the beach, and they have a great time splashing around the water. They start wrestling, getting frisky. Now, I know Big Ed isn't wearing an Italy sweatshirt right now. How dare you disrespect my ancestors like that? We don't claim you, Quasimodo.
So is it true if a bird shits on you, it's good luck? Like a seagull?
Also, yes, it is considered good luck if a bird shits on you in Italy. While visiting our family there, my mom got pooped on by a bird and my cousins congratulated her. Someone needs to tell those IG models that go to Dubai and get shit on, because I don't think the shades are congratulating them after they do the little dirty deed, and everyone deserves a congratulations, you know? All about positivity these days.
I don't know.
That's what I heard.
Well, then I need to be pooped on.
You need to be pooped on.
Okay, you guys, who's gonna poop on Liz? I'm gross. Oh my god.
All right, you first.
Oh my god, you first.
I'll be honest with you guys, I wasn't expecting Big Ed to be as buff as he is. This man is an absolute stallion of a man, and you can tell that he used to work out with the football team by that fire-ass physique. Oh my god, him and Liz are positively having a great time at the beach. I'll tell you what though, to be real with you guys, it does look like it's a father and a daughter at the beach. It doesn't really look like a couple, but I understand that that's insensitive for the age gap relationship people, and for those people, I just want to say, listen, okay, there's nothing wrong with dating an older dude, but I find it kind of weird that Ed always goes for girls that somewhat resemble his daughter Tiffany, and he has a weird little, like, you know, romance thing. Not a romance thing, but I don't know. There's a lot of sexual tension in the air whenever they're on camera together, and I find that really sus. Sheesh. Next thing you know, Big Ed says that Liz looks so good in her bathing suit, she looks like Neapolitan ice cream, and he wants to slice off a piece of that ass and eat it. He didn't say that last part. And then next thing you know, he slams her down, and it's like that, watch out, watch out, watch out. It looks like he turned into Randy Savage for a second, slammed her. Big Ed goes on to say that Liz stays over at least like 5 times or 4 times out of the week, so you know they'd be f***ing, and for that point, it's like, yo, Liz, you're sus for that. Like, if you had sex with Big Ed, shit. I know he's got a big cock probably because all that neck went to his fat meat.
I want my home to be our home, and I want to ask you to move in.
That's another fast move. When are you gonna slow it down?
I just know how much you like me and you can't live without me.
Oh my gosh.
Liz thinks Ed is moving too fast. Meanwhile, he wants her to move in with him and is planning on proposing. Homie already got the ring. It's like any boundary this girl tries to set, Ed doesn't respect, which is a huge red flag. And usually this is a sign of an abusive partner.
Oh, and in 6 months, I want to get a bigger house for you, my mom, and your daughter. I want her to have a home, her own room. I want to give you what I can.
You give me a headache.
Yes, I do.
I'm pretty sure those are empty promises, and Ed only wants to have Liz move in with him for easy access to her vagina and control over her. This isn't a love story. This is a waitress and a creepy dude that stalked her and asked her out with a camera crew. Now they have been together for about a month. Not to mention, if you care about her children, Ed, why haven't we seen you interact with them? I'm genuinely curious because he pretended to care about Rose's son as well, and we all saw how that turned out, so I'm assuming this is the exact same situation. I promise you guys we're going to see this at the tell-all. If Liz actually did move in with Ed, I guarantee you he's a different person living with him versus how he's acted with her courting her. If that conversation topic doesn't come up, I'm going to be very surprised about it.
You try to make me make changes so fast. It's not fair. But yes.
Hey, do y'all think when they live together they will start an OnlyFans? Because if so, I'd subscribe. I'm super curious how big Ed is because I want to know if his name is Satire or not.
You know, no relationship is perfect, but I want to be here forever.
Ew, that's so gross. Could you imagine spending forever with Big Ed? Honestly, I'd off myself. That sounds so terrible. He's gonna be all like, "You're my best view," and say stuff like, "Will you shave my back? Day 846 and Rose still hasn't got her $5,000 worth of gifts. Thanks, Ed."
Oh, wait. Are you gonna like propose right now?
Not right now. I want her to move in.
Well, the funny story is, Mr. Producer, I tried to really love this girl, but she's just not my daughter Tiffany, and she never will be, so I'm thinking about stringing her along, being toxic, and then overall ruining her life. But at least I get clout out of it. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna stop trolling. This video's over. And what can I say about Liz and Ed? Their love story is still being written. Actually, it's not because they recently broke up, like I said in the earlier part of this video, and honestly, who saw this coming? Certainly not I. I'm very sorry to hear that my favorite couple in the entire world broke up. It's just like, is love even real, you guys? Let me know what you thought about today's video. Comment below, subscribe. Follow me on Twitch and on Instagram right now.